And the continuation of Sunken, I find one of the hardest maps. Simply because of this last section where there's a notoriously bad area to cover. You'll find out very soon what I mean. But thankfully I've got, even though it's hard mode, I do have infinite sand. There's no more back and forth every time I want to fill up my truck to get a lot of sand down. Either that or it's building a bridge, but it's a very tricky section. You'll see very shortly. First off, I need my sanding truck. It's up here that we'll be going. This area here, I'll be sanding pretty much down that canyon. So we'll get to about here. We should be fine after that. It's plain sailing here. I might do some sand here or build a bridge. It's tricky getting a bridge right around a corner, but it's doable, but sand might be quicker. Anywho, I need my dump truck. Sand. That's the one. I'm 78% complete on this map, so I was hoping to get finished tonight. 5 episodes for one map. I wasn't expecting. Last night's stream was 2 hours, and it flies by. It feels like I'm going to complete it, and trucks can only go so fast. Sometimes there's a plethora of things to do. You think going from A to B is going to complete the mission, but you can have something simple like take a vehicle, but to get across a certain area you need another vehicle, and you might need to make a road, hence the name of the game. So yeah, it can get a little slow at times, but that's what I like about these games. They're relaxing. I'm not running around shooting people. Sit back, get my joypad, and just relax. Although I wasn't very relaxed last night. Every time my truck turned over in that tight canyon, I was getting a bit more less relaxed. Although I wasn't very relaxed last night. Just turning the volume down on my iPad. Don't want double audio. With the infinite sand on the map, I think I'll fill that canyon quite rapidly. Just enough to get my vehicles over. I mean, they're big vehicles. 18-wheel oil trucks. So at the moment, I'm just going to concentrate on building that sand bridge. And then I'll have my infrastructure route. Double check I'm going the right way. Oh, no, it's that here. That bit I need to clear. Oh, getting a little ahead of myself. I was going back to the old area I was working in. I'm supposed to be getting concrete slabs for that other mission, but that can wait. I'll be a lot happier once this area is bridged over. move this train out of the way. Give him a little nudge. If you don't know already, trains that have those yellow buffers are movable trains. So this one on the left, the tankers on the left, do not have yellow buffers, so they should be immobile. Yep, they're not movable. Okay, this is the canyon that I've got to fill with sand. I mean, I can do a bridge over it, but that's more running around, concrete slabs. Let's just fill it with sand and have some fun. See how far back I can get without losing my truck. But we do have infinite sand, so don't need to worry about that. It's just time consuming filling up the sand. Especially when the sand is going to flow into the gaps until I'm at a happy level. We'll do one section at a time. Flatten it, bring in more sand, flatten it. This would be ideally suited for a 2-player, or a 3-player, or even a 4-player. I'm on my own. I think this first section, I mean the road I'm going to is just up there, just above my truck. So this first section could have been bridged. I've done it before. And the section behind, as it turns around the corner, it's not easy to get these straight bridges around the corner. The game being a little pernickety about can't fill up sand till I'm level. There for now. I am going to need my dozer for flattening. Yeah, the dozer is close enough to the area, but it might be quicker rather than coming through the canyons. It might be quicker to get driving up from the base. Because if I come round, I could come round here. But I've not flattened, I've not sanded this section of the canyon yet. Whether I can get to here with the dozer, possible. Let's give it a shot. Nothing ventured. Well, nothing ventured with 0 fuel. It looks like I left my engine running. I have to recover it after all. Lakeside base, that's the closest. Yeah, I'll need my dozer, then I'll need my asphalt. Don't think I'll need my roller, but might do that at the end if I've got the extra time. A big shout out to my old friend Brian down in Florida. We've been gaming buddies for years. Hopefully he can get into the stream tonight. We went to see the new Predator movie last night. I've not heard back from him yet how good it was. I don't think I've seen any good Predator movies for a long time, so the last few have been a little disappointing. Here comes the rain again. Thankfully the rain is just cosmetic. I don't think it affects traction too much. I've not noticed any difference. It doesn't make the mud any muddier or the water any waterier. It does help to clean your dirty trucks though. I don't think it'll do much for this one, this old rusty thing. It's just permanently rusty, permanently dirty. Right, got my dumper ready, my dump truck, not the dump truck. Got the dozer ready. Do a bit more sand. Once I've got some sand up here to the dozer, I'll flatten it out and I'll asphalt it. Once it's asphalted, it's not going to deform. The sand can easily be deformed. Those are also useful for getting these stupid little rocks out of the way. Don't want the oil tankers running into boulders. Him out the way for now. Oh, roof break on. Break on. It only gets so wide, and then the sand starts flowing off the edge. So, road is only going to be so wide. I mean, I can spend a lot more time filling everything, and that would make a really wide road. It's a good start. Smooth out the right hand side. Once I've got most of the job done. Good evening anyone in the chat. You're very welcome. Thank you for joining on this Sunday evening. I don't know if it's Brian. Brian said he'd pop in. Probably also need to bring up fuel tanker. The amount of time I'm going to be spending in this canyon, I'm eventually going to run out of fuel. There's a rocky bit here that's just going to get filled with sand. Because I don't care. No bridge building tonight. Join those two sections up. Get a little more sand just to make it a little wider. Don't want to be falling off the right hand side, slipping down the cliff. There's a target dead ahead, so I'll just go straight over the rocky areas. Time to bring the dozer over. Go to a few of these bump bits. It's difficult to maneuver the trucks over. Okay, that's another chunk of sand. I've never done this bit before. I've seen someone do it. The last time I did this, I just made the concrete bridge. You gotta make 2 concrete bridges to get around that bend. Time to try something new. Good. A couple of passes to keep it as smooth as possible. I don't want to make life difficult for those trucks, the tankers that come down here. It's all in the preparation. I would even be tempted to put another dump of sand in that bump there, in that dip, just to smooth it out, level it out. Stay away from the edge. Stay away from the edge. Yeah, if I don't get 100% completion tonight, it'll definitely be tomorrow. I remember there's not much after this area. Then I can move on to the new map, or go back to Train Sim World for a couple of days. But since Train Sim World's been having some issues at the moment, I'll give them time to patch any issues. A bit more sand there. The hill up there isn't too steep. Shouldn't need to worry about a large gradient. The worst comes to the worst, I can build a bridge over. Cannot fill till I'm level. I wasn't that on level. Come on. Yeah. One thing they don't add into this game is night mode. It does have kind of variation of sunlight during the day. Never get a night mode. The older games, I'm not sure if SnowRunner had a night mode. The old spin tires had a day and night. Made things a bit more interesting. But yeah, Roadcraft never has nighttime. Maybe they'll implement it one day. Reading a story on Reddit the other day about someone building it was either a river or a lake on Roadcraft with these dump trucks, and I think it took 1,500 truckloads of sand to fill up the lake, so we could get across. It might help if I put sand in it. And I thought doing maybe 100 here would be bad, but 1,500, no. Done it again. Too eager to tip and I forget to put sand in. We're almost to the main road. I think the worst sanding I had to do was on one of the maps on Rebuild. Contamination and washout had a swamp area. The only way across it was to fill it with sand, make your own roads. And oh boy, did that take some time. It was just to recover these toxic containers, which were very fragile. You had to transport them very carefully, but whoever implemented it never thought about it, because as soon as I picked one up, I was going as slow as I can, as careful as I can, but as soon as you pick it up, you lose 33% of its health. And then, because the terrain is usually so rough, by the time you've got it to its target destination, you don't have any bonus. So yeah, there was optional missions, but you know, they're side missions, so I'll still do them. The fragile containers, it's really not worth it for the bonus. But at that point in the game, you've got enough money. You don't need this extra 20-30%. It's just nice to do the challenge, but for some reason, too challenging. This section's gonna take a bit of sand as I get up that hill. I think it's time to bring the dozer over, get things leveled out. Okay. Looks like I might have to come back to this section just for a little bit more sand. should I say, a lot more sand there. Quite a thin piece of road there. If there's any sand will just fall down. So I'll be making a narrow section up there. Sand helps to destroy all those shrubbery. Loose branches, clear the way. Physics on that sand just keeps rolling and rolling. Oh. Washing your hair? You know, to boil away?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, what is? Okay, we've made it up to the road. Just gonna smooth this section out. Make it nice and easy for those trucks. The rain should stop soon, hopefully. Get a nice clear image when it's stopped raining. Keep the new road, the sand road, as much to the left as possible. Very hard to see without rain. Not hard to see as in the game, but hard to see any things on the road that I need to be concentrating on. Okay, before I lay asphalt down, I'm gonna make sure that no, don't fall down there, Dave. Don't fall down there. See how easy it is to get off track. Just like that. Can't do nothing with the physics. See if I've got anything nearby to rescue. Yeah, I could use him to rescue him. Since I was coming back to the same base, I could have just teleported the dozer and run back with him, but I'll probably end up needing the crane down there anyway for rescue purposes. Actually, while I'm here, I'm going to knock down that pipe. It's going to have to be removed eventually. Thank you. Next time I get a chance, or if I remember, I'm going to bring that pipe down. Red is bad, blue is good. And the rain is gone, and the sun is coming out. Fantastic. Is it the right one? Just thinking, if I can get this crane down here, the game shouldn't have any issues with those oil tankers. But I'm not taking any risks. I'm gonna make it as nice and smooth as possible. This baby upturned. Whoa, might help if I put my anchors out first. Don't roll back down the hill, you baby. There we go. This is why I need to get it as smooth and level as possible. Come back to this baby in a minute. Park the crane up around the corner. It's not the fastest reverser in the world. That's it. A bit more smoothing with the dozer. I'm quite happy with that section. It's this corner here, the bend, I should say. I can imagine the oil tankers are going to have a little issue with them getting around that corner. Hopefully make this a little wider on the right. Just don't want too many bumps like that there. By the time I bring the asphalt down, I'm going to have some nasty ridges. You can smooth them out with a roller. It's just more work. Yeah, I think that's not too bad. Time to move the sander. A little wider for the trucks. Next job is to use the vehicle transporter to bring up the asphalt and the roller. Yeah, that's the tightest section there. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it any wider. But that shall do. Oh, pray for the best. It came out there. Now, go back to the base. the roller, so I'll put him excuse me, I'll put him on first. He's coming off last. And asphalt. Okay. Engine off. Now I've got to transport these back to the canyon. One thing I've noticed about this game and why I enjoy it is usually once you've cleared an area or cleared a route, that's it, it's clear. Very rarely you'll have to do it again. It's just your initial first time pass. You've got rocks to clear out the way, you've got sand to go down. Once it's done, it's done. Your life beyond that, getting missions done, is easier. I think the final mission on the original game, it's called Kernel, and that was designed solely to test all the skills that you learned on the first 6 or 7 maps. 8 maps? Yeah, 8 maps until the first 2 are kind of tutorial maps. But Kernel is very, very difficult. The first section anyway, as I just mentioned, it does get easier. Once you've laid those roads down, they're down. Once you've fixed power plants, they're fixed. Any missions beyond that are not so difficult. It's just getting past the first few hours of frustration. Some of those roads are long and they're not traversable unless you've got asphalt roads down. Even the machines with tracks on them were having difficulty getting across some of the swampy, muddy sections. You could do it, but it'd be very, very slow. Slower than this thing at the moment. But I am hauling quite a few tons. Come on, baby. Get up the hill. Not like it was that steep. Here's where I need to be, but I think I'm going to park it in this section. I don't want to be blocking the main road. That'll do nicely. Engine off. Okay, this is where I like to do the asphalting backwards. For some reason, it does give better control. getting over that first initial bump between road and sand sometimes doesn't like it. Keep this asphalt as much to the right as I can. Yeah. Oh, I may have to go forwards after all. He's not enjoying the uneven terrain. Yeah, come on, baby. Got that one little pebble stopping me. Another thing they've not fixed in this game. The fact that a tiny little stone is stopping a vehicle, even of this stature. Another pebble. I knew this section would be problematic. Some of the terrain obviously can't be flattened. The sand can be flattened. But the terrain, which is the game graphics, no, you're not going to flatten that thing down. Excuse me. Lay as much asphalt as I can for rolling without it going down the hill, just to give those fuel trucks, fuel tankers, something to get grip on. In case anyone's thinking that's me bad steering, it's not. The terrain, the bumps in the road, any pebbles, drags you off to the left and right, no matter how hard you try and stay level. Here's a little trick for getting rid of those pebbles. It'll work here. Oh, it almost worked. Depending on the size of the pebble or the rock, you can get in front of it or to the side of it. And there you go, it worked. Push the rocks out of the way with your legs. I think I'm almost ready for being able to bring the fuel trucks down. See how they get on. If the mission's ready. I know there is a mission coming up. Yep, that's the road. Now I just have to flatten it. Make it even smoother. Okay. You can get a smoother path if you go in low gear as opposed to normal gear. Gets rid of unnecessary bumps. Sometimes it takes 5, 6, 7 times to roll over it, but you can get some nasty bumps down. Still quite bumpy on the right. But it should be enough to get some tankers down. You can see the edge where the rollers meet the sand. The terrain is being gently rolled. Bit of a bump there, see? Don't know how much I can get that down. Might be part of physical terrain, not just the sand that I'll lay. If it's physical terrain, highly unlikely you're going to get it any smoother, but that's still pretty good. Not going to stop the truck. Once I've done the slow pass, I'll run over it in high gear. It's quite fast. Well, faster. Right, I'll do a few more passes on faster gear. Just to give those fuel trucks something to bite into, to get a grip on. See if I can get my rollers to kick off that rock a little. Nope. Sometimes bumps them out of the way. One more run just down the edge. See that slightly shadowy bit there where that's two levels of sand when I was laying the sand down, where it's not as smooth as it should be or could be. Okay, that's it for the roller. Now I'll try and get those vehicles down. If the mission is ready. Let's have a look. Objectives. Secure fuel for the Montebello. Our role here isn't just cleanup, it's about helping the place stand on its own 2 feet. The route between the Montebello administration and the oil station is crucial. It's like the town's arteries, vital for its survival. Let's roll up our sleeves and help Montebello resume its operations. So it's an infrastructure route. I remember this. They'll be coming out of this garage. Down this way. I'm going to have to clear these pipes out of the way. We'll do that shortly. I've already got the dozer, so and more pipes there. I forgot. I've got to come and fill this in with sand. You can build a bridge, but it's such a tight corner. It's, I think, going to be easier with sand again. Let's forget that route for now. Go back to my sander. It is possible to get the trucks down here. A bit tight, but it's very, very troublesome. This is going to take a lot of sand. If I tip it as close to the edge as possible, I won't be filling up any unnecessary parts. Might have bitten up more than I can chew here. Not exactly filling in a tiny little dirt track. It's like halfway to China. Let me just have a look at the option for bridge building here. It's about getting the right angle. Bridge can go from here, but that's coming this direction. Try and build a bridge there to there. It doesn't let me because the red parts mean no. It's going to be too narrow for. It's going to have to be a wide one for these fuel trucks. I mean, still got that red bit. It's like it won't let me build. Ooh, I can do it from there to there. But is that where it says the word add? Are my trucks gonna get off the bridge without hitting obstacles? That's a bit better. It's not gone red yet. Okay, that's the ghost of what the bridge would be. Trucks will be coming down here. Angle doesn't look too bad. Coming off here onto the road. Yeah, that's going to be a lot safer than wasting 3 years building a sand bridge. Plus I'm running out of fuel for him, so let's dump him there. And I'm going to need the trailblazer. Going to need, I think it said 5, didn't it? 5 concrete slabs. I've got 4. Let's pick up a bunch of concrete. And just recycle some stuff. Just enough for one, so it shouldn't take too much. One more should do it. I might still have some concrete slabs ready up here. Can't remember if I picked them all up last night. Yeah, I must have picked them up. Recycle. I recycled 5, that was pretty good. Now I've got to dump these into the base. And I can go to the other base, closer to my target. And have that bridge made. Should have 9 slabs once these are on. Very neat, was it, Dave? No. Doesn't need to be perfect, I'm only traveling around the corner. And knacker my suspension. I think I was carrying 9 or 10 last night. That was like a real difficult mission. Carrying 9 of these. Popping wheelies. Nearly toppling over. There we go, 9 in storage. So I can go to any garage and pick up the same stock. It's a shame you can't teleport with your goods, but unfortunately you can't. There we go, 5 slabs. Oh, silly me. I'm actually bringing them into my truck over the import zone, so it's putting them back into storage. Oh dear, that would be an endless loop. Don't need to bring one more out. Thank you. And just to keep the balance, I'm going to carry this one on the front. A little, still heavy, but a little counterbalance. Stops me popping any wheelies. Also give me a chance to test the road that I've just made. I know this isn't as long as the semi-trucks, but give an indication as to how rough the road is. Not a good idea to do cinematic camera when you're having a dangerous load like this, or unsafe road load. Okay, let's see this road. Just trying to imagine myself as an 18-wheel semi-truck. They'll probably bump over that a little bit. Yeah, I'm fairly confident they'll come down here. Safe enough. We shall soon find out in a few minutes once I've cleared those pipes away. Okay, here's how to make a road in 5 seconds. A bridge, I should say. Yeah. I know the angle's not perfect, but it should be wide enough for them to get in. That bump might be a bit tricky. Might have to fill that little bit in with sand, just to be on the safe side. fuel's almost gone, so hopefully enough time to get this bridge entrance leveled out. All it takes is one little bump on a road and trucks are stuck. It is a bit of a hole there, almost like a old riverbed, sunken road. I'm confident they can get through that. Need my dozer. I'm not going to asphalt it, it just needs a little level. Pretty much all I needed, just that little bit smoothed out. I needed the dozer anyway to clear this lot. They're not going anywhere in particular, just out the way. Move these two back a little. They're not really going to be in the way, but just in case. Even this silo probably needs moving out of the way a little. those pipes into the drink. Doesn't want to go in the water, but he's going. Missed. Oh, I've just remembered something. That little hole in the road there. Oh, hang on. It comes out of this garage. So I don't think that road will be affected by him, by the convoy. Okay, let's time to put it to the test. Pure fuel infrastructure. Oh, it saved my bits from earlier. At least it gives you a guidance on to what angle your truck's going to be at. Not perfect, but it's very helpful. I think it's the same destination, it is. So getting them around this angle. It was quite a narrow truck we got around here before. So hopefully the wide trucks won't have as much issue. If it fails, we just try again, alter it slightly. Okay, let's see how we get on. This is a big test. The last test of the night. Not finishing till these are home. I forgot, and I never came back and altered my route. Okay, sorry guys, just cancel that for now. Just needed them to come in at the right angle. Now I can dispatch them. Okay, so first obstacle cleared. I think we're only going to get 2 trucks. Second obstacle coming up, this bridge. Be tight, it's gonna be tight. Looks like I didn't need that sand after all, but better safe than sorry. That guy likes to get up my tail. He's trying to overtake. Don't want any of that nonsense. Okay, here's the big test. The road that I made out of sand. Don't need him taking horrible angles and falling off the edges. One can do it, can all do it. Oh, come on. Just this one last section to go. And they did it, yay. Now, final obstacle is the barrier on the entrance to the Montebill. Managed to get the narrower trucks down, or the shorter trucks, and the long trucks do it without getting hooked up. Take it as wide as possible. Come on, baby. Go on. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I'm happy. Right, that should complete the mission, and then however many rewards, we've got 5,000 quid to get. The objective's complete anyway.
That solves Mockville's fuel problem. Better clear your schedule for that statue ceremony.
So 280 stars per truck, 1,400 in total, so that's going to be about 5 trucks. Yeah, 5 trucks, just 1,000 per truck and 5,000 reward. Well, now that I know that they can do it, I can just let them do it. I got something here, Lakeside Base and the workshop. Did something fail? Something did fail. Ah, you know what it was? It's because of the mud. This is a job for tomorrow. This whole area needs smoothing a little. Then there's going to be another difficult job. I've got a seawall to construct. I think it's, yeah, there it is. And there's one, you can just see it in the water. So I've got to get a crane in this flooded area into there. It's not easy from what I remember. And I'm not filling this lot with sand. So yeah. Jobs for tomorrow. Well, thank you all for joining me this evening. I will get some OBS overlays for saying thank you, and please subscribe and like, and many more videos to come. So have a good evening, everyone. Thank you very much. Good night now.